is holding the newborn baby in her arms. Her father, Rasulullah, walks in, she hands the baby to her father. All of a sudden, Rasulullah starts to cry. So all of a sudden, as a mother would naturally respond, she would say, "Oh father, is there anything wrong with my child? Is there something wrong with Hussain? When Hassan was born, I gave you Hassan and you smiled, you rejoiced, you became happy. Oh father, now that I give you his brother Hussain, instead of smiling and rejoicing, Ya Abata, you are now crying. Is there something wrong with Hussain?" At that moment, they say that the Prophet would then turn towards his daughter and they would have a conversation. The Prophet would say, "Oh my beloved daughter, I can see a time. Jibreel has just come to me and informed me of some tragic news." So she says, "Father, what is that news?" The Rasulullah replies back to his daughter by saying, "Oh Zahra, Jibreel has just told me from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala directly that there will come a time when this son of ours, Hussain, will be all alone on the plains of Karbala. He will have no supporters, he will have no family members, he will have no friends, he will have nobody with him. He will be all alone to the extent that he will be thrown and hit with arrows and spears, and they will pick up the sands of Karbala and throw this on your son." So Fatima to Zahra turns towards her father and she says, "Ya Abata, where will you be when this happens? Where will I be? Where will Ali be? Where will Hassan be?" So the Prophet replies back by saying, "Oh my beloved daughter, at this moment when this incident is taking place, all four of us would have left this world. Your son will be all alone." That's when Sayyidah says a statement that breaks the heart of every Shia when they hear it. Every Shia breaks their heart when she says, "Oh father, is there anybody that will cry for my Hussain? Ya Abata, is there anybody that will mourn for my Hussain? Is there anyone?" And at that moment, the Prophet turns towards his daughter and he says, "Ya Zahra, I promise you, as the messenger of Allah, I promise you that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will raise a nation. His nation will be raised in such a way that their older generation will cry for the older generation of Hussain. Their children will cry for the children of Hussain. Their women will cry for the women of Hussain. And they themselves will cry for Hussain." So the second reason why we remember Aba Abdullah more and more as time progresses, more and more as the generations and distance of time is progressing, and we forget our own, is because the Prophet has promised that there will be a nation that will raise up and remember Aba Abdullah, and they will cry for Aba Abdullah. And we proudly today can say we are that nation that the Prophet had promised.